Alright, today we're back at Neff's Canyon, also known as Dogland City 2.05 billion. And if you're a real fan, you'll know we've been here before, but today I'm doing a little bit more. Here's a fence. I say no. From the last one. It's still here, not surprisingly. And I came around like 8 o'clock-ish, and the sun hadn't peeked over the ridges yet too much, so it was pretty cool. And then we get to this big river part. This is where a lot of people kind of just do like a loop around back. There's still a lot of people past this point, but a large portion of people stop at this little area, which isn't too far from the parking lot. And then, yeah, no fires. I don't know who's trying to fire on this trail, but don't do it. And we're going up. I don't remember this trail being this steep. It's not like crazy steep, but you know, it's definitely steep all the way up. And then, you know, I'm just taking a break up my blue Powerade here, or Gatorade, sorry, wrong thing. And then the main point of the trail I was trying to go down was to a geocache. I know I could go all the way up to one of the peaks up there, but I just wanted to go to the cache, and it was far enough. Then here's a river right here. It's usually full of water, but it is July, so you know. And then here's a little geocache up this trail. And then here's all the cool ridges and peaks up here. You can see it got a little burnt over there. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. It burned a lot up here. There's a geocache in there. And a lot of good views up here. You can see into the ridges over. And then if you look up to the left, that's where I could go up to these ridges up there. But I didn't want to go that far today. And here's the chemtrails. They're putting who knows what in our atmosphere to breathe. And, you know, I support that. And then here, this is pretty far up, but not too crazy, probably a mile or so. It got attacked by a Zaya ult. If you know what that means, you're cringe. And then we're just going into this more forested area. The whole trail is mostly forested anyways, but it gets a little thicker up here. And past this no or wilderness sign, a lot less people are up here. Then here's a nice sight, some nice cold water. It's just coming out of this little creek here. I wish I had my water purifier, because some nice cold water would be good. And this was like, this water was cold. I got my hat a little bit wet to cool off my head, because it was very hot today. All the heat was just soaking up all the energy I had. You can't really tell how red I am, but I'm just like cooking. It's very hot today, but a little bit shaded on the trail always helps, though I don't completely die from heat-related injuries. I kind of just wanted to jump in the river, but you know, I had places to be. So yeah, if you're going up this trail in like late, almost August, there's still water, so bring a purifier if you want to. It's here. Here's a little weird caterpillar guy, little horns, and he was very fuzzy. I don't know what kind he was, because I don't really care about bugs. So I just let him be. And then here was the end point, my turnaround point for this trail. As you can see, you can go up there to those peaks. But yeah, the cache was up here. So I'll just get up here and then turn around. It's a nice, cool place to turn around though. Big open field and lots of ridges to look at. Here's a little butterfly on the way back down. I can't really get too much picture of it. And I can't really show how steep it is from this camera, but this section right here, especially the last like half mile or so, is just super steep. So I wasn't expecting it to be this bad, but it's pretty steep, and it's pretty much steep the whole way up, so be careful. And then right as I recorded this, I was gonna say at least it was nice and shady for a bit from the clouds, but as soon as I stopped recording, the sun came out, so that's just how it is, I guess. Alright, so I rate these hikes using 3 criteria: solitude, scenery, and difficulty. Solitude is how many people are on the trail and how secluded you can be. Then scenery is just the nice natural views of the hike and other cool natural features. And then difficulty is just how hard the hike is. So for solitude, The first maybe quarter mile of the hike is probably like a 1 or 2, just tons of people with their dogs. Then as you go further up, a lot less people. I'd say after the wilderness sign, I probably only saw like 7 people, and it was a Saturday, so that's not too many. So it just depends how far you want to go, and I assume if you went even further, the part where I would go, or I went in the video, it'd be even less people. So probably a solid 4 for most of it, though. There's still a lot of people. Scenery is a solid 7. There's a lot of cool views. There's that cool creek in the middle, but for the most part, the views are pretty much the same the whole way up, except you can kind of see the ridges on the sides. So overall, just like a 7. And then for difficulty, it was probably a 6. It was a little harder today because of the extreme heats, but overall, it is steep the whole way up, but not insanely steep. And the fact that you have shade most of the way is really nice, and then there's also a lot of break points. So overall, probably a 6, maybe a little bit more if it was a lot harder or something, but probably a 6. So if you enjoyed that video, do whatever you want, and have a nice day.